All right, here's Sam Prakel. Just finished fourth the 1500 final. How are we feeling? It's been a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think old me would be like beating myself up a lot over this. Like, oh, you're so close. You're fourth, one spot out. Alternate again. I was alternate in Doha. I was alternate last year, just like the first guy from being on the team. And this year, I think I'm a little more mature. I'm like, okay, this is my best finish ever at USA's Outdoors. I'm excited for like the rest of the summer. The world moves on. You know, I would love to get a shot at a world championship, like making the final and trying to see what I can do there. But you know, I think I'll still like take some time to process this. I need to go back and rewatch the race, but I think I got the most out of myself in that race. You know, I just kind of went as hard as I could on the home stretch. Initial reaction was like maybe I waited too long, because I did have a bit left and I had to go wide, but it's hard to say. I mean, I'm happy with fourth.
Sixth straight U.S. Outdoor Final.
Yep.
Talk me through the experience that you now have to, after all those previous races, to come in and have your highest finish. What does that actually mean, though, when people talk about that?
Yeah, so I was talking with Andy before this meet as a whole last week, and I'm like, okay, go back to the last 3 or 4 finals that I made. I was either leading or in second place with 100 to go, and I just got my doors blown off me in the last 100. So we're like, okay, this year, how about you're the one that's chasing? You're the one that is coming from behind. And I think it worked out. I think I got the most out of myself. Fourth place in that field is pretty good. But I think, yeah, all that experience, like looking back at the 5 previous finals and like rewatching those races, I'm like, man, I'm in a really good spot the whole race. I just don't have the last 100. So that was just, yeah, building more strength the past year. So I did have that last 100 and maybe racing a little differently. So I did have like, you know, another card to play.
You've kind of been part of this American 1500 squad now for a while. You know, I'd say a few years ago it's kind of, you know, the US, where are we? And now this year, all of a sudden, this is an unbelievable 1500 field. One of the best that we've seen in years and years. Can you just talk about that momentum that you've seen in that shift here, the last year really, of everyone pushing each other?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of a lot of things. A lot of young talent, which is obvious. You know, the team, look how young the top 3 were, way younger than me. And then personally, just like getting tired of people like saying, oh, the US 1500 team, their squad is just a little down, you know, Australia's way better, Great Britain's way better. So I think that's a little motivating in training. And you know, Johnny and I train together and we talk about how we just need to keep getting better and keep running faster. And we both PR'd this year, and hopefully we can continue to run fast this summer. But yeah, it's really exciting. It's you know, all those guys are great guys, and I'm just honored to be like in a field like that. You know, this is probably one of, I'm biased, but one of like the events to watch this meet. There's a lot of good athletes here, but it was just an honor being in that field and finishing that high up.
I think that most people would think fourth place, you know, you're in here, you're walking through the mix zone, you're not even going to do an interview, head in your hands, but you seem like you have a really sturdy head right now. Why is that? Like, are you competitive, Sam? Like, what's going on?
I'm super competitive. I'm probably the most competitive person I know, and I think the level head you see now is just years in. Like, to be in this sport this long, you have to have a level head. Like, you just have to move on. And you know, last year I was a different person. I finished. I just didn't want to talk to anyone, and I did finish better this year. But I think it's not going to help to kind of sulk in being so close. Like, you just got to move on, and I think that's a reason why I've been so consistent in this sport, is because I'll just like get back to training and be really motivated by this. And there's a lot of good opportunities this summer, and you know, other like small little teams to make. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just still going to take some time to process this. But you know, overall, I think the feelings are positive.
Fair to say this was your best year ever.
Yeah. Yep.
What do we have in store next year?
I don't know. Get married in October. That's kind of like going to be the highlight of the year, and I think just, yeah, I mean, to continue on my trends. I think if you look at my progression, you can either look at that in the 1500 time-wise or place-wise at USA. Then I think I'm trending in the right direction, and I think I'll set myself up well for next year.
Cool. All right, well, congrats, Sam.
Thanks.
Great watching you.